Good Tuesday morning, everyone, and welcome to AIM HQ Early. I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno. You know, it could rain on your parade this Mardi Gras. We've got a wet pattern out there that's going to make it a soggy week for many parts of the country. And you know, in the southeast, it's already cloudy. It is across the east. The early spring that's happening across a lot of the east here. Temperatures are mild, moisture is up, and that's going to be the trend throughout the entire week here. In fact, more moisture returning to the rest of the southeast right through the middle of the week. So here's the pattern. We've got the subtropical flow in our upper levels continuing to pump in the moisture, but there's also going to be these series of disturbances that roll right in with our jet stream, and that's going to help wring out the moisture in the atmosphere. So while it won't rain all day, every single day, you got a lot of rain chances starting today across the southern Mississippi Valley. Tomorrow, moving up into the Tennessee Valley, the southeast starts to get some rain. And with this pattern, which is going to take the same path here, sort of day after day, we're going to see easily 1 to 2 inches of rain, perhaps locally 2 to 3 inches of rain, like into the mountains there of the Appalachians, especially on those western slopes. All right, so Nashville, we've got rain in our forecast, and rain is going to be with us pretty much all week long. We've got tonight, tomorrow night showers in the forecast, a break on Thursday, but there's more to come again. The other thing to notice, though, are the temperatures. Look at this. We're in the 60s. Tomorrow by Thursday, we're going to hit the 70s in Nashville. All right, Memphis, we're also going to see the warmth. We're also going to see the rain. Here's a look at the forecast. Rain coming back in by this evening. Staying with us on Wednesday, temperatures do hit 60 and mild overnight. Temperatures not dropping below 59 degrees, but we've got more rain in the forecast on Thursday. Winds pick up and temperatures hit 70. Houston, when are we going to see the sun again? That's going to be another question as well. And here we go, Houston. We've got temperatures hitting the 70s with foggy conditions on your Wednesday. All right, let's take a live look down here in New Orleans. And we are looking at this party ongoing right here. So as we continue to watch the forecast for you on Bourbon Street and in New Orleans today for the parades and the parties and the festivities and everything else that goes along with Mardi Gras, we are going to be watching for the chance of some showers. So let's take a look here at that forecast getting into the next several days. There is a flood threat that goes on, especially in places that have just seen the big heavy rainfall over the past 5 days. So watching the pattern as we get into the rest of this week, we are going to be watching for this subtropical branch of the jet stream continue to take a stronghold over the southern, at least third, if not even southern 2/3 of the country. There's a little cold air up there, but it's just a glancing blow. And then overall, it's this piece of the jet stream, the southern branch, that takes over, bringing in the moisture, bringing in the warmth, and also helping to bring in the rainfall as well. So as we watch this pattern, this is going to be a slow-moving pattern. Meridional is the technical name for it. You can see this big up and down here, the meridional flow to our jet stream pattern, but that's also a blocking pattern. It means if we get stuck in this kind of weather, and we're going to see that here over the next several days, that with this pattern, yes, it's warm in the east, temperatures are mild, but there's going to be a lot of clouds, and there's also going to be the chance for rain continuing. And so with these renewed and continued chances for rainfall, it's going to add up. Look at the model forecast. This is the European model to show you where the heavy rain is expected over the next 10 days. This is not just today, tomorrow, this week. This is the next 10 days. And you can see continuing rain right over the southern Mississippi Valley up into the Ohio Valley. And you know what? It's a mild pattern. So this is rain, not just snowfall, right? This is rain. And we've got that GFS model, very similar, a slightly different in terms of exact location, but a very similar output when it comes to rainfall and how much we are expecting to get here. So certainly that's going to be a big story that we can continue to watch for you. Now, also this morning, we want to take you coast to coast, and we've got to look at your Tuesday morning weather headlines. The National Weather Service at the east. In fact, everyone in the eastern half of the country will feel this warm up in some shape. And you look at where we are right now, 17 in Binghamton, 11 in Buffalo. Yeah, it's chilly right now, and it's actually a lot chillier than it was yesterday at this time. But we are going to be watching for temperatures to rebound by the middle to the end of the week. So here's how we've changed in the last 24 hours. We've actually gotten 24 degrees colder in New York City, about the same in D.C. It's 9 degrees colder in Pittsburgh. So now that the Arctic high has moved in, we've got a chilly morning ahead. And the question is, how long do we keep this chill to the air? Well, today temperatures are heading up to 38 in New York City, 41 in D.C. So we've got, winter chill still in the air for another day here. But look at tonight. it's not dropping that much. Certainly not to the extent that we're seeing it this morning. So overnight tonight, we're staying in the 30s around Pittsburgh. We're staying in the 30s in New York City, Boston as well. And then tomorrow, here we go with the upswing of temperatures heading up to 50 in New York City, 56 in D.C. Temperatures hit the 40s from Burlington to Binghamton back towards the Buffalo area. So the warm up is on, and this is a trend that will continue as we get through the week here with temperatures jumping above average as we get into your Wednesday and your Thursday. All right, NASA unveils a new budget and ambitious goals for the next decade. Dia will get you in for the rest of the week. It feels like this month is flying by, doesn't it? Well, as we get you through today, we're going to see a few showers to the south and east. Tomorrow, Valentine's Day, more rain into the south and east and moving up into the Tennessee Valley. But a beautiful Valentine's Day in the Northeast, New York City warming up. Lots of sunshine, looks great. In the south, we're going to have some dry times in Florida, but farther north, like in the Ohio Valley, rain lingers, and we see that Thursday into Friday. That colder air comes in on Friday into Saturday. You can see the Northeast, some big changes temperature-wise there. And by Sunday, more rain to the south and east, and the pattern getting colder and more active across the Intermountain West as well. And welcome back to AMHQ Early. I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno. It is going to be a soggy, wet week. We have a million people that will see the clouds, feel the rain, especially in the southeast and places like Hazard, Kentucky. We'll see a lot of sunshine through the entire southeast this week as we just look at the moisture coming back. In fact, already it's on the return through much of Texas and into Louisiana, Mississippi, and that just extends through Georgia, Alabama's in there too. Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, all going to get the moisture coming back in. And some of the biggest rain actually will be right along where we have these disturbances that roll in. So we're going to see from maybe Oklahoma, and gosh, we would love some rain here, but more likely the bigger rain coming back into Arkansas, Tennessee, into Kentucky, and then we'll get into the mountains of West Virginia and Virginia as well. So here's today's forecast. Rain moving up from East Texas into Louisiana, rain moving up by tomorrow into parts of Arkansas, northern Mississippi and Alabama, and then Tennessee. We've got a very wet day for you after the big rainfall over the weekend here. So be ready. You know, streams and creeks are already running at bank full. When we put more rain into it, that could cause some issues for you. The rain is coming in on the order of 1 to 2 inches, and that's widespread. Some spots will get 2 to 3. Now, this doesn't fall all at once. We've got a pretty rainy week, so it's the accumulation of all together. But it still is a lot of rain coming back into an area that's saturated. And we just had inches of rain over the past 5 days. So Nashville, rain tonight, tomorrow, and tomorrow night. Brief break on Thursday. With cloudy conditions, though, no sun coming back out. So here's the flood threat. As we look at the pattern that we're going to be in, it's going to end up being a stuck pattern. So starting off, warmth is going to be a big feature here. The subtropical air that's coming on in, the southern branch of the jet stream, is going to be one of the main players, and that ends up winning overall. So there is going to be some colder air, and you'll see that come down into the Mountain West and a bit into the northern plains. But in the east and in the south, the warmer air wins, the warmer pattern wins, and this flow, which we call meridional, because you have this big up and downness to our jet stream here. So, meridians or longitude goes up and down like that. We're going to be watching for this kind of pattern to get stuck. It's very slow moving. We end up watching for a lot of repeated situations with the weather in a pattern like this. And in this case, it means repeated rainfall. And we've got that in the forecast for you from Texas to Louisiana up into Tennessee and Kentucky. We've got some big rain coming our way this week. The models are similar. The placement in terms of where they have the heaviest of rain is just a little bit different, but overall, both the European model and the GFS model are showing an area of very heavy rainfall, like inches of rain, as we tallied up over the next 10 days. So this pattern isn't changing. We keep the clouds around, we keep the chance for rain around, and we actually keep some mild temperatures around too. So that might be a bit of a side benefit too when it comes to this pattern. But overall, we'll keep watch on any concerns for flooding and dreariness, which actually can take a toll on the psyche, can it? That's in the forecast for the next week plus. All right, let's go coast to coast right now and take a look at your Tuesday morning weather headlines. Feeling like it's in the 20s. In fact, just a lot colder right now than it was yesterday at this time. So it's the shock to the system that's going to get you more than anything. We're actually in the 20s right now in Boston, New York City. We are down to 28 degrees. It's in the teens, 11 in Buffalo, 17 in Binghamton, and we've dropped more than 20 degrees since this time yesterday. So you step outside, it is not at all like what you experienced yesterday on your walk to work or your walk from the parking lot just into your building. Temperatures are 18 degrees cooler in Boston and 22 degrees cooler in Bangor, Maine, now that the Arctic high has slid on in here. So it's going to be a chillier day today. Temperatures only topping out in the 30s. Not that far from average, but just cooler than we were. All right, don't rain on this parade. We'll get you out through the rest of this week. Today, Mardi Gras. Tomorrow, Valentine's Day. A lot going on this week. Today, we do have that rain chance throughout the southeast, continuing to be on the increase, and that's just going to increase through the next several days. More moisture coming in. The pattern continues to stay mild, but also humid. And so your Valentine's Day in Nashville, you've got rain. You've got rain in the forecast for Louisville and Paducah and Cincinnati, all for your Wednesday. But nice in the Northeast, nice in South Florida. As we get you into Thursday, we're going to stay dry in Texas as well. The rain is going to be up into the Ohio Valley, rain getting into Chicago, rain getting into the Northeast by Friday. Here comes that front. And so there'll be some cold air on the back edge of it. Unfortunately, not enough to give us snowfall if you're hoping for that, but just enough to give us that freezing rain potential. Western Pennsylvania, New York, maybe northern Ohio. We'll watch for that. But then by Saturday and Sunday, that's all out. We're dry in the east. Sunday, we've got rain back into the south and east. No surprise there with that pattern that we are in. The rain stays there, and it gets chilly across the northern Rockies with more snow there. Well, thin sheets of ice can be fun to break, but be careful.